So, you're falling down the GPS dog collar rabbit hole and you're torn between the Fi and the SpotOn. I feel ya. They do look like twins in the Arnold and Danny DeVito sense. Both go around a pup's neck after all. They'll both tell you where your pup is hanging out, but that's about where the doppelganger act ends. These collars have vastly different purposes. They have as much in common as, well, Arnold and Danny. Now, before you commit and slap one of these collars on your doggo, do yourself a favor. Don't skip the description box. That's where I put the sweet deals and offers on these bad boys when they come up. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Fi is basically your dog's personal trainer and life coach wrapped up in a collar. Picture an Apple Watch, but for your lab. This little gadget not only keeps tabs on every walk, nap, and every case of the zoomies, it also moonlights as a GPS tracker. On the flip side, SpotOn is like that security guard who takes their job way too seriously. In a good way, of course. It's all about keeping your pup in check, whether they're gallivanting around your yard or you're setting up a makeshift playground at a campsite. How does it work? Well, you set up this virtual fence and you train your dog to understand it. SpotOn is really a boundary training collar. If your fur child thinks about making a run for it, the collar will gently remind them with alert and warning sounds. If they ignore that, they get vibrations. Now, there's also a static feedback option, but take it from me. I've tested it and it freaking hurts. So maybe skip that setting if you can. Oh, and don't worry. If your pup ever thinks he's the next Houdini and tries to escape, SpotOn has the GPS tech to help you track that adventurous spirit down. So now, you may be wondering, which one of these wonders did my pup and I need for our high-tech lives? Well, stick around because we're about to get into that. And just to keep things interesting, let's also compare a few things these colors do have in common. Because, hey, although they have about as much in common as Arnold and Danny do seem to be great friends. Here's what's on our comparison menu. Location tracking, tracking on the go, app user experience, battery life, and customization. Let's start with location tracking. Both Fi and SpotOn are ready to track from the get-go. But when it comes to military-grade precision, SpotOn's your SEAL Team 6. These folks aren't rookies. They used to build life-saving tech for the US military. It's all GPS, so even if you're off the cellular grid, SpotOn still has your pup's back. My field tests have shown faster and more reliable location updates compared to other brands. Since SpotOn is a fence at its core, it has features like safe and keep-out zones. Not really pertinent to Fi, so let's not go down that rabbit hole. For the full drill down on those features, check out my detailed reviews of the SpotOn. Links in the description. Fi, on the other hand, is a bit more laid back. It updates the location every half minute or so. But it's not tasked with telling your dog what to do, so let's cut it some slack. It uses a blend of GPS, your cell phone, Wi-Fi, and their Fi base to minimize battery drain. Now, in the worst case scenario, say your dog's inner squirrel chaser kicks in and they bolt. Both Fi and SpotOn will alert you on your phone. Fi gives you real-time updates and even flips on an LED collar light for night operations. SpotOn will immediately kick over to real-time tracking mode when your dog escapes the boundary, and it will only issue corrections for 10 seconds after they cross as a safety precaution. And if you're a woodland wanderer, SpotOn has a forest mode enabled by default for boosted tracking. So, how about tracking on the go? With SpotOn, you can save up to 20 custom fences. Traveling abroad? SpotOn doesn't need cell service to work. Your dog can still hear the warning cues and stay in bounds, even if they're frolicking in the Swiss Alps. Fi also has its travel game on. Its portable base ensures you have indoor coverage, longer battery life, and a charged collar. Need extra bases? About 40 bucks will hook you up with one at the time of filming. But remember, Fi's tethered to AT&T, so outside the US, it's just a fitness tracker, not so much a location tracker. And what about the apps? When it comes to app design, SpotOn has the minimalist look and functionality nailed down. Easy to navigate, no clutter. As for Fi, it has an awful lot to offer, but I find the social media features a bit cumbersome, although I know a lot of you might like that aspect. That said, neither app's winning an award anytime soon, but both get the job done. So what about battery life? Much like Vincent and Julius, SpotOn and Fi have different priorities, and that rings true in their battery life. SpotOn, always vigilant like a security detail, needs a daily recharge. It's constantly communicating with GPS to bring a high level of location precision, and your phone with cellular data if you opt for the subscription. Fi? It's the marathon runner here. It can go for up to 3 months on a single charge. It has various mechanisms for optimizing the battery life, as we discussed earlier. Plus, it updates the location much less frequently. Now, let's talk customization. Fi collar bands come in 4 colors, and they have a marketplace called Fi Makers. Think of it like an Etsy for dog collars. SpotOn, however, is that dude who wears the same black t-shirt every single day. All about functionality. Both brands are size inclusive, so whether you have a Chihuahua or a St. Bernard, you're covered. Fi edges out with a broader range of sizes available on their website, although I've heard if you get in touch with SpotOn's customer support, they may be happy to help you out with some creative solutions. So, how much will your pup's new bling set you back? Well, if we think about Arnold and Danny, SpotOn's a bit more like Arnold. It's a one-time hit of about $1,300 as I'm filming. Plus there's an optional $10 monthly fee for cell service, although you can knock that down with a longer commitment. I do have a nice discount for SpotOn too. Check the description to see if it's still there. Fi's a bit more like Danny on the upfront costs. In fact, it operates on a subscription model entirely. It's about $24 per month as I'm filming, and they toss in the collar and upgrades as part of it. You can of course knock that price down with longer commitments as well. Fi's pricing structure is great if you like the pay-as-you-go approach, but if the idea of monthly fees makes you twitch, maybe it's not for you. Alright, this is the moment of truth, folks. I can't choose the holy grail of dog collars for you. That's your job. But here's some clarity to help you make that call. You might be Team Fi if you're mostly concerned with your dog's location, you want to track your dog's fitness level, and you live in an apartment or you have a modest yard. And you might be Team SpotOn if you're the owner of at least a half an acre of land and you want your dog to be able to roam wild and free. And if you have places on your property that you don't want paw prints, because SpotOn lets you draw those boundaries easily. And of course, if you want to boundary train your pup. To put it simply, if you need a great activity tracker and location tracker for your dog, then Fi is perfect for you. If you have a larger piece of land and your goal is to let your pup roam free while keeping themselves safe, there's currently no better virtual fence out there than SpotOn. For details on both, hit up the full reviews in the description. Check out any special deals I found on these while you're down there. Till next time, keep those tails wagging.